Looks like someone's got a pod and moved in. Not too bad, too. Nice tree.
Watch out, construction on road ahead.
Pickup. So we're in this little venture in Kroger and pick up some boxes for moving day. Went in the back. I couldn't really find any in the back, so I'm gonna kind of walk around, see if I can find some more. Well, I found some. It took me a while, but there were some that they were throwing away. Thanks, Kroger. Thanks, Kroger. It's a nice looking pigeon. Looks like more like a dove or something. So brunch is after lunch and before dinner? Or is it after breakfast and before lunch? I think it's after breakfast and before lunch. So what's after lunch and before dinner? Is that to build the cow, Just trying to figure out what it is, what it's called. So there's brunch, which is before lunch. There's breakfast, then brunch, then lunch, and then dinner? Or is brunch after lunch? That's kind of what I'm figuring out. I don't know, figure it out. Putting a strip on here. Let's put some jalapeno since I have to eat it kind of mildly warm. That's kind of a hot dog right here. Got some on the bag, so that means it'll get messy. Anyway, that's what so I put some jalapenos on it and everything. I'm actually going to try it. Okay, thanks God for the hot dog. It's actually pretty good. Not too shabby. Well, we're back in Keller. It's a pretty cool Texas train. I think it's cool because it's Texas, you know, it's a Texas train. UTLX. Some artwork on the train too. Oh, it says Hoser. That's cool. moving pretty quick. Or we'll be moving pretty soon, is what I meant to say.
One way or another, you keep trying to do something, eventually it becomes true. That says we will deliver. Pretty cool. You keep working on your dream, eventually your dream will come true.
Huh. What is there? Oh, it's a studio. It's a hair studio. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Told the lady in there, I was like, I'm one of those photos on the wall because I got a free photo in their free photo booth. I put my photo on it, it's still there. It's pretty funny. They've got a lot of people, and that's a really good idea, by the way. If you have a restaurant, get a free photo booth. That way the people's photos can be on the wall. I never heard of a better idea in my entire life. It's Enzo's, it's an Italian place. I just picked it up. Really brilliant idea. There's my Shadow. How you doing? How you doing, Shadow? So I was right, there is Halloween in front yards. So Halloween decorations. This one says it's just a bunch of hocus pocus. I really like that. There's a scarecrow way over here. And then, of course, a Trump flag. And it's scarecrow, not over there. I thought it was pretty cool. I was gonna vlog some of these little things right here for Halloween. That's just the beginning of it though, so we got another month. The other flag said Trump 2024. You can't see that one. It just says "Don't tread on me." It's a Trump flag. There's the Halloween decoration. And there's another Halloween, I think it's Halloween decoration right here. It's one I saw earlier. It's the only one on this block, or those two, and then of course the Trump flag. But they're starting to get ready for it, so that's one thing that we will be able to see this Halloween coming up. But we probably won't be going to the haunted house. If we do, it'll be by the grace of God, because things are real rough right now. I'm dealing with apartment issues, so with the mansions at Sunset Ridge, which is probably another apartment complex that I'm not going to recommend. I know Cleanest Ranch, they're really bad about flooding and turning the water off and not having proper air conditioning. And the other one is the mansions are really bad with like false noise complaints, or the way they're set up, the walls are too thin or something. So too many people file too many noise complaints, and that one just on different occupants, or different residents get noise complaints filed against them. So that's the problem with mansions at Sunset Ridge. But anyway, things are changing for me, so.
Don't tread on me. You should read the book I wrote, Escape from Maine. It's a pretty good one. It's on Fiction Press or Fanfiction. I think it's mostly on Fiction Press, and it's under my pen name, Ash Cole, as in ASHCOLE. You know, like Ash, you know, just Ash is the first name, last name Cole. And that's on fictionpress.com. And you just put in the writer's name. It's a pretty long book. It's about 900 pages. 967 pages or something similar. It's a very long book. But it explains a lot of what I'm going through now. Because I went through this when I lived in Maine. So just to let you know, Mainers, I will be staying in Texas. So I know you guys miss me, but I will not be living in Maine. It's very important to know. My book that I wrote, 967 pages, is entitled Escape from Me, also known as Escape from Maine. I escaped from Maine in 2012, and I made it back home to Texas in 2000. I guess it was closer to 2013, but it was on the tail end of 2012. I got here in about May of 2012, and then I started a family. This is where my family lives, okay? This is where I'm from. I came to Maine to visit my mom and to stay there for a while. That's where I worked in the wood mill, and I got to know you guys. I will not be going to Maine, okay? I don't plan to go to Maine. Now, if I go to Maine, it would probably be just to maybe see my mom, but I'd have to be doing pretty good here. So I just want you to know, Maine, I will not be going up there, okay? So whatever I have to go through here, God and I will deal with that together. God and I will talk together about that. Praying is talking, okay? So I will not be going to Maine, nor will I be going to any northern country at all. I will stay in the South. Believe me, I will stay in the South. Now, I can go on vacation up to Maine for like a week or two. Like, for example, my second wife and I, the one I started a family with and have 3 children with, we went up to Maine for about a week for a honeymoon. I'll do stuff like that. I may go up there and vacation, but I will never, ever live in Maine again for the rest of my life. It's very important for you to understand that. I am never going to live in Maine or in any northern state ever for the rest of my life, because I'm very, 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 very territorial. I'm a big, big fan of the state of Texas and in the South. I'm very pro-Texas. So I just want you to know, whatever I have to go through here, I'll deal with it. But this is where I stay. I will not move up north ever again. Remembering Mark Kozalik and Sunkill Moon, Panera Bread. Golly, I was walking to that Panera Bread over there. This guy in this freaking SUV fucking almost hit me right here on the sidewalk. I turned around, I was like looking, I was like, wait a minute, man. That's pretty dangerous, you know? I mean, the car can weigh up to 2 tons. Luckily, I was able to at least kind of wave at him. He was polite about it, though. He seriously didn't see me. But you got to be careful all times. Nor will I be moving to Delaware. Like I understand when the car passes right by me, but when a pedestrian's right there, I mean, you got to be real careful when someone's walking, you know. I understand that, but he seemed to understand. He felt kind of bad about it, you know. He was like, "Yes, sir," because the thing is, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. The most important thing, though, is for everyone, just keep your 6 feet. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're a Navy SEAL unit person or you're Mr. Rogers or you're a school teacher or it doesn't matter what you are. An astronaut, a movie star, a soap opera actor, a writer, a clown, a YouTube vlogger. it doesn't matter what you are, you know, a mathematician, a philosopher, a poet, a writer, a filmmaker. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter your profession. Keep your 6 feet from one another, okay? Even if you're trying to serve someone some papers, you're probably going to have to serve them from 6 feet. Money is not worth someone's life. That's what this boils down to when it comes to divorce, when it comes to anything involving authority figures. Just remember, is it regarding money? Then it's not worth someone's life. Keep your 6 foot. Keep your 6 feet from another person if it's about money, okay? If it's about property, keep your 6 feet from another person if it's about property. The reason why is because property is not worth someone's life. So keep your 6 feet from other people, okay? Keep away from them. We are to stay away from one another. Keep your 6 feet. Now, does it mean family? No, it doesn't mean if you're family, then that doesn't matter, because if you're related to those people and you're around them all the time, then you know those people. We have to beat this Delta variant. It's killing people, okay? The way we're going to do it is by keeping our 6 feet. If you break that 6 feet and you give someone corona, you will go to prison. You understand? I don't care if you're a police officer, a judge, I don't care who you are, but if you give someone corona by approaching them with 6 feet, that's going to be a reason for you to go to prison. Okay? Keep your 6 feet. Now, if the person obviously is, you know, like an assailant with a gun or some kind of, you know, like bazooka or something like that, that's a whole different story, because, you know, maybe they could go and hurt someone else or whatever. But if it's over money or property, then leave them alone. Okay? Traffic violations are crazy. I mean, these cops, you do one little thing wrong, they don't even, you know, they don't even care. And they don't have to wear their mask as long as they're outside. That law needs to be changed. A police officer at all times needs to wear his mask. At all times. The only time probably is when he's in his vehicle. Once a police officer gets out of his vehicle, he should have his mask on, because a lot of police officers are spreading corona. Also other authority figures too, even like paramedics and stuff like that probably are too. People that get up close to other people are spreading this disease. I'm still keeping my 6 feet. So if you're a police officer and you get out of your car, your mask goes on. You're dealing with another person, you have your mask on. Don't think that you have the right to not wear your mask when you approach the side of the car, or the side of the car over here. You have to keep your mask on, okay? There's a Delta variant on. There's a coronavirus that's killing people. Everybody needs to be respectful of one another people and not kill other people over money and property, okay? This has been going on since the Civil War.
Just a second.
Your grandma dated Jerry Lewis?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I record this? I do a YouTube show.
Oh, you want to do it? Me?
I mean, it's up to you.
How much you paying me?
Nothing.
Oh, it's your bullshit.
It's just for publication.
No.
But Jerry Lewis, you actually know Jerry Lewis?
I'm very rounded
Do
person.
you realize how famous Jerry Lewis is?
How much? What?
How famous Jerry Lewis is?
How I don't know.
I'm an actor from the Actor Studio. I study with Bradley Cooper's people.
I try to get there, but I'll be almost there. You know, one day.
I studied with James Lipton
Oh yeah?
in New York.
Oh, you're gonna.
Oh, down
keep
this
it
way?
like
I'm sorry.
this way.
I was paying attention to you.
You
I'm
want to
sorry
do
about
it
that.
this way? I can do it.
Yeah. That way. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
I didn't know that. That's amazing. Yeah, Jerry Lewis. That's impressive. There's a lot going on YouTube right now about Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. But thank you for telling me that. God bless. So the guy that owns this right here, his mother supposedly knows someone, or either his mother dated Jerry Lewis. Or that's what he claims. And that's really Jerry Lewis's signature. That I believe. Whatever is in there on that wall, that's probably Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin's signature. So there's some kind of connection with Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin in that Italian place. I'm out in the middle of Justin, Texas. What would you think about that? But I told him, I said, can I record you? He said, I said, for publication. And he kind of, I didn't show him, but he's one of the big guys there. But I said, I do a show on YouTube, and he seemed a little shy, so I didn't record him, but I got some of the conversation. That's amazing. Grandma. It was his grandma. I believe that. His grandma dated Jerry Lewis. Okay, yeah, that I believe. I thought I said his mother. No, his grandmother dated Jerry Lewis. That's a story. It's in Justin, Texas, at a place called Joe's Italian Restaurant. His grandmother, don't know the guy's name. He didn't want to get on my YouTube channel, but he's one of the workers at that restaurant. I don't know if he owns it or not, or I don't know his name. But his grandmother dated Jerry Lewis. This is pretty amazing. I'm in Justin, Texas. I'm just dropping off some, I guess it's maybe lasagna or whatever. But anyway, all right, I called Linda. So I'll let you guys know in detail everything that's going on with this big move. But I am basically in the process of moving away from Dallas, Texas, okay? I'm not gonna tell you where I'm going or anything like that. But it's not as busy as the city. I'll just say that, okay? I know recently Jordan the Lion had to go do all this, and that no one even knows the state that he lives in. And I think that's brilliant. I don't know if I'm going to reveal exactly where I'm at. I probably will, because I don't have 300,000 subscribers or 400,000 subscribers and stuff like that, but it could happen, and that could put me in a jam later on. So my next steps and what I'm going to do probably are going to be to prepare for that. I'm not for sure if I'm going to get 300,000 subscribers, but more than likely, since I've done, I guess I went back and looked at my YouTube. There has been kind of a fluctuation and things. And when I did the Jordan the Lion mini documentary, it just went crazy. And I got tons and tons of popularity. It's not showing right now, but I got a lot of like email traffic, the carpetbagger's wife, all that kind of stuff, like emailing to me, these famous people and stuff like that. So I'm kind of weary on if I'm going to reveal exactly where I'm moving to right now. I have to think. I might from the inside of where I'm at. Okay. Oh, those are really pretty blue bonnets. I might on the inside. I'll show the inside of it maybe, but I'm probably not going to show the outside area. It was a big mistake I did at the mansions. People found out that I was there. I think they even found the apartment number. There were some people that had driven by and said some things. Someone said something like Olaf Slim to me or something like that. I don't know who that was. But there had been people going around the area. They had to change the security gate and everything. So, yeah, when I got into the mansions, I started to develop the show. I went into development of the show. That's where Please Subscribe show started. That's where the Linda and Cole band started. And
you know, that's just what happened. You know, I didn't think we were going to start becoming popular or whatever. We're not. I'm not saying that we've got. Look. I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers. Okay? I'm not. Look, I know this because I've been in the business for a long time. I've been in show business for 30 years. Okay, a very long time, off and on. And I know the fluctuations of things. I know how things can change really quick. And I've been listening to other vloggers talk about privacy recently. I think it was on a live stream with Breck Roll and Escaping the Mouse. And they were talking about privacy. And Breck does not really ever show the front of his house. And that's something you never really want to do if you're going to go off and make money on YouTube or become somewhat of kind of a YouTube celebrity or whatever. Those are cool cows. So Breck Roll was talking about it, and really you don't want to vlog the outside of it. So I'm not going to vlog the outside of where I'm going. I'm not going to say what type of, place it is, as if it's a townhome or a house or a mansion or anything. I'm not saying it's any of that, but I'm not going to tell you the type of place that I'm going to be in. But I am going to keep it kind of a little hush-hush more so now that we're venturing off and I'm fully going to start doing this YouTube stuff more often. But I just spoke with Linda and she's upset. She was crying. And because, to be honest, I don't really know if I don't know when I'm going to be able to see. Linda's in the process of recovery. And the reason why recovering alcoholics cry is because they know they're going to have to give up an old friend, which is alcohol. Okay? So I'm trying to get to the point where I'm coming to terms saying, listen, I'm not going to be with you anymore if you're going to be drunk. I've kind of made that decision with Linda. I think she's talented, but I think that her drinking has gotten out of hand. So I told her that. I said, look, I don't mind if we're together, but not when you're drunk. So, and she started crying, and I didn't tell her exactly where I'm going. So Al-Anon, I think, is a group of where people kind of run from alcoholics. They have dealt with alcoholics and dealt with the guilt of enabling, because you don't ever want to enable somebody. You don't want to reward someone for being an addict. Even smoking, smoking cigarettes, I'd be that way, because smoking kills you. Smoking cigarettes kill you. Now I know actors and stuff like that, they have to do it, but a lot of times they do herbal, or they don't get addicted to it, or they know how to get clean. Actors do. So they may smoke a cigarette for a roll, and then next thing you know, they don't smoke cigarettes anymore, Same thing with alcohol, But I would never suggest, if you're ever doing, those are cool cows over there, if you're ever doing like a character role to start drinking, I would never suggest that at all. The only thing we ever did at the actor studios, we would have a little tiny sip, so it'd affect us. We know the taste of it, and then we would recall the senses of that. And that's about the level of alcohol of alcohol that we rarely ever take, and rarely in a blue moon. To be honest, since I've known Linda, I haven't had a single beer. Drinking some wine, and we've had some mixed drinks, but I haven't had a single beer in, like, I don't know, maybe 10 years. The entire time I was with Angel, I never smoked a single cigarette. Maybe had a few mixed drinks in Vegas, and that was about it. So I don't have a problem with it. But if she is drunk and out of control, and there's consequences because of noise complaints, and because I had to get out, because there's consequences, then I can no longer be with her if she chooses to be drunk. Now, if she chooses sobriety, then that's another story. Wow, that's weird. I just found out our Hurricane Beach Ball scene that we did for the filmmakers, Linda and I, it just reached 5,000 views, which, it seems like quite a bit all of a sudden. She just gave me some information. So if you put in the words Hurricane Beach Ball and the filmmakers, we're on that. So that's one of the first uploads. Oh, this is a cool dog right here. That's all they're gonna give me? That's it? I gotta work with that? You never work with children or animals. A couple of roughs and then the dog's smiling. If you ask the dog to bark, go ruff, ruff, ruff. They look at you kind of funny, don't they?
Why do I run off like that? Trying to figure out if there's a four-way stop here, and I don't think there is, nor is there there, because there's no stop sign. Oh, there is. Okay, that's what I couldn't see. I see. Boy, they have that in a weird area. If you look right here, you can't even see that. You can't see it until you gotta duck down. It's like a stop sign for Tom Cruise. That's what was going on. Okay, the traffic light's all funky. Okay, so they need to fix this right here. This is a disaster right here. This whole traffic thing. I've seen a lot of traffic lights. That's too high, for one thing. If you're looking here, you don't even see it if you have this down. So that needs to be a little bit lower. Not by a whole lot, but it's not following the law right there. That light right there is dangerous. And we're on Avondale Haslett. Haslett. This guy is going forward. Going like 45. I don't see a speed limit sign though. Doesn't say it down here either. If I don't see a speed limit sign, it's better just go 45, but he's obviously going like 70.
Watch out. Crash reported ahead.
Oh. Hope that wasn't him. Not that soon. Ooh, there is one now. Oh dear. That's why I was going slower. You can try to go slow. You only have so much oil. Sometimes it's just a regular pond. Oh, did Cole say something crazy again? Oh no. So I'm mostly concerned with why you want to shop first, then live on this little setup of words. So if you know, leave a comment. So first, shop,
live, work, golf, stay. So there's something about that, I don't know. I guess shopping, we search out first, then we live, then we start working, and then we golf, and then we stay or something. Is that for the rich or something? Very interesting, because you don't, that's the thing. In-N-Out burger. About as stupid as their burgers. It's got an institution or something. Anyway, 1950s flashback. Oh dear. Build up on some water. So Linda is praying for serenity, which I think is a good thing to pray for, you know. Sobriety is about clarity. That's what makes us sober, is clarity. But when you're intoxicated, it covers that clarity. And I'm talking about chemical intoxication. I'm not talking about like if you're artsy or you have a philosophical way of thinking. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about when you put drugs into your body or alcohol into your body and you no longer become what's called legally sober, right? An alcoholic will use words around their alcoholism. And the word they love to use is serenity, right? But we're asking for sobriety. We're in North Lake. Well, I found it, and a couple of Mormons too. Wonder if I should go to battle with them.
they like never experience any real struggle.
So you are with the Mormon church? Yeah, there's only one authority. There's only one authority.
Yeah.
One authority only. None of us have any authority. Only God has the authority.
Correct.
Right. And don't claim that you have the authority. Only God has the authority over you. God bless. I hope you don't have to wait too long. God bless. As long as they know they don't have the authority, only God does, then they'll be okay. Mormons claim they have the authority to preach the gospel. We all have the authority, but only through God. God gives us the authority, not a certain type of church. It's not the Mormon church, it's not the Baptist, it's not the Catholic, it's not the Messianic, it's only God. It's not the denomination, but God gives you the authority, right? To evangelize, right? To speak the word of God. The only authority a person can have is under God, not under the government. It's not under state law. It's not under legalism. That's what John Bunyan taught us, right? The only authority figure is God. And everyone learns that in the end, no matter what they're waiting for, right? We're all waiting for something. The only thing we're waiting for is God. Well, picking up some Italian food at Enzo's. Well, picked it up again. Enzo's once more. Oh, it's another block over this way. Missed it by a block where I parked. This is really cool though, this thing right over here. This is usually where I park, right over here. Behind me, right there. That little area. The tower. They're having a Celebrate Roanoke Festival starting on October 9th, which I'm gonna try to at least come by and see some of it. Mostly just like music fest and stuff like that. You can bring your family and it's perfectly free. So it's a lot of grace involved and letting people just come in. I'm gonna go down this way right here for free. So you don't have to pay anything. You can just walk up and everything. And they'll probably even, because of the pandemic and stuff, they'll probably be, maybe they might be giving out free food and stuff like that. But it is a festival though. So check it out. I'm in the midst of the beginning part of it right now. I had to take a break to pull up my pants for a minute. Anyway, so we're almost there. Getting older. Getting older and stronger. I cannot wait until we get solar power cars.